Hello, dear traders. This is Alex Gerchik, and today we're going to have a webinar on my probably favorite and most desirable um, topic. It's the buyer and seller manipulation in the market. Actually, if you're going to think all the time that somebody's trying to manipulate in the market, you're never going to make money. But you should understand one thing: the market makers or big players or some big hedge funds, they're not trying to manipulate the market. They're just trying to build the positions. And when those guys are building the position, they obviously would do everything possible in the market to show you or to take your position. So the most important thing is to try to understand what are they doing and what exactly is going on in the market. You have to understand one thing: when they need to build a position, they're able to do everything because they have a large sum of money. And in most of the stocks, specifically if the stock is trading, let's say under 1 million shares, they practically can do anything they want. And usually, a lot of people asking the question if there's a lot of buyers or a lot of sellers. Most of the time, in a decent stock, there's going to be only a few players. If you think, for example, in a company that trade under 1 million shares, it's going to be 30, 40 different players. Absolutely not. There's going to be probably one at the most, three players. And this kind of guys, they're definitely going to be able to do everything. What I'm going to do, I'm going to try to right now get into Paint and I try to draw you what's going on. Hold on 1 second. Okay, we're going to open the Paint right here. Okay. First of all, let's see one thing for a fact. I want you to understand. Okay, that's how the stock goes. For example, figure out there is a move. You bought the stock, let's say at $30 a share, and right now the stock is right here trading at 31. So you know one thing for a fact. Obviously, you're sitting in a position, you are making money, and there is no way you will give the position away. So what can possibly happen to you that for you to give the position away? The stock price has to open lower. Boom, the price is opening lower. You giving your stock away, or probably you have stop in the system. So basically, you losing your position. The big player take your position and take it further. So that's what it is all the time. When you're going to see this kind of position, it's called accumulation right here. So you know one thing for a fact: if every time the stock is opening lower and closing higher, you know one thing for a fact: somebody is accumulating the position. So accumulation is going to go on and on until after big accumulation, you're going to have a big spike. Big spike most of the time, it's the end of the move already, and it means that somebody who was big already selling his position out. So what he did right here, all the way, he was buying a position from you at the cheapest possible price. He was probably the best price in the market. So that's what it is. He's accumulating the position, and then basically he's realized. Then another thing is, everybody know this. This is the very good case scenario, and you all know it. It's a false breakout. What do we have, for example? This is the just a hypothetical level. So what do we have? Hold on 1 second. Okay. So the stock, that's how the stock is trading. Stock is trading. Sorry, just 1 second. Stock is trading, and you understand. There's a lot of people who's right now shorting the stock. They all have stops above the levels right here. So the big player, they always know that, and there's nothing basically to have secret from. You always know that everybody's who's shorting the stocks below the level, they have a stops above the level. So very important thing is to have stops above the level, because you gotta hide somewhere, and a level, this is a safe haven for you. So when the price is going here and everybody knows that you have a stops, big player can definitely take the stock, which is right here. It's called false breakout. He'll take all the stops, build all the position, and is going to take the stock lower. So you know one thing for a fact: the big player, he's not going to manipulate. He's going to try to build a position every time. When I first just hold on one second. I'll show you myself. When I just started to trade, I always was thinking about that every time the big player does the false breakout, he takes my position, and every time he did this on purpose. Absolutely not. He's not doing it on purpose because he wants to do anything to you personal. He just want to take your position. And most of the time, when a stock or anything else, any instrument is going to your favor, for example, you bought at 5 and it's going to 7, you're definitely not going to sell it. So what it is, the big player should definitely do, it's to force on the market to take your position away. The very important thing, he has to take the position. When he understands, he knows what to do. He's definitely going to go and take your position. Right now, I'm going to open you some file. I will show it to you. All right. We're just going to go most of the time just for you to understand. Okay. Take a look. All the time when the stock is about to collapse, if you see what they're doing, they all the time pulling the stock up first for you to close all the stops. Take a look every time, and then we take the new low. So there is a few hints, few tricks, which is the big buyer or a big seller is doing it in the market. He is basically taking it a little higher all the time to take your position away and then take it lower. Usually, they always take the low. So, and another thing is, if there's going to be a high, the high is not going to be higher than the previous high. Take a look. One, two, three, four, five, five. What they're doing, they just building the position to the short side, and you can see that because every time he's pulling the stock higher, he's not going to bring the stock to the high side of the level for one simple reason. If he's going to break this any of this part, he's definitely going to take all of the short sellers, which is basically hiding, where you see right above the level, and they're going to basically trigger all the stop orders and they're going to take the stock higher. So the big seller, rather basically build the while building the position, can do anything possibly to not to take the stock higher. So take a look. Stop here, stop here, stop here, stop here. You close, he's not going to let you get out from the position. He's going to take everything. He's only going to be able to take it when he's down. So if you're going to take a look, DAC, take a look. You see, he broke and he is not allowed in the stock to go higher. Once he allows the stock to go higher, then every buyer and it's going to be out there, and every buy stop order it's going to be out there, and all short sellers are going to close the position. Another stock, CIE. It does not really matter what this company do. Take a look. False breakout. So most of the time, and as you see, this false breakout goes right above to trigger all the stops and then close lower. You know one thing for a fact, the stock is dead. Because I want you to understand one thing. The big buyer or big seller cannot trade anything without having shown the positions on the chart. So the most important thing is to watch out. It's to really understand on a major points how the price is going to behave itself. Take a look. See, false breakout again, and every time it's going lower, you see, it's trying to basically break the stock higher, and it's not allowing it. Another one. You see, this situation is a little different, but every time the stock goes low, you see it's trying to pull back a little bit to build a position. Just for you to understand, the big buyer or a big seller, hold on, big buyer and big seller, they don't know where the stock is going. You know why? Because they are taking the stock there exactly where they want it to be. So when you say, it's going to $2 or $1.50, nobody knows where they're going. But they know one thing for a fact. They're shorting the stock and they know exactly where they're going to cover because they're going to cover exactly what they want. They're taking the stock out there. So when you see again the chart, I'm going to show you a few more charts and you'll understand. The big buyer and the big seller, they always basically live in the stories. You see, right here, take a look what's going on. Big gap, but the stock is not going lower. So you know one thing for a fact, somebody is accumulating the stock. You see, right here. Somebody is accumulating the stock. The volume is not shown for one simple reason. If this stock is gonna show that if this stock is gonna show that somebody is buying it and the volume is gonna pick up, nobody is gonna be able to accumulate the position because everybody is gonna force this guy to buy. So the people is gonna go in the front run him, 100%. So in this particular case scenario, you know one thing for a fact: when the buyer is there, there's a two ways he can buy. He can buy very easily without showing to anybody like this, with the limit orders, or when he is already letting the stock go, it means he's already accumulated a very large position, and he will let the stock comes. Second thing, take a look. If you take a look right here, you see every pullback. It's trying basically to pull, but it's nothing there. It's not going up. So you know one thing for a fact: there's a seller is sitting in the stock right here, a big gap. So you know one thing for a fact: you always know the levels at what this buyer is going to buy or sell. Yes, sometimes they're wrong. Sometimes basically they can lose money, but only in a short distance. Most of the time they're not going to lose money because they basically are building a very large position. Take a look at this stock, HMNY. Take a look. It's going lower, but every time it's pulling the stock higher. I'm going to show you this example. Okay, HMNY. I'm going to open right now my charts, and we're going to analyze this particular stock. And I want you to understand on a real chart. Hold on. HMNY. Okay, take a look. If you remember, on that particular stock, I said the stock is going to be dead. That's exactly what happened. You see, every time he's trying to pull the stock higher, I'm going to show you the picture again so you'll see it. HMY. I put it right here, just a funny part. When the stock was 521, I put it in the stock, it says Жоpa. Жоpa, it means that's it, goodbye, it's S. So in this particular case scenario, I'll just show you the real chart, and you know one thing for a fact, right here, when it was at 521, take a look. We went right away, all the way low, and the stock is dead, it's 271. So the stock went down almost 50%. And I'm going to show you a few more charts like this so you'll know one thing for a fact. Take a look. Very good level, $1.80. BDSI. Take a look. Somebody's really trying to accumulate the position at BDSY. Take a look. BDSY. See? It was a price of $1.80, and take a look. $1.80 is broken. Once the price, basically a big level is broken, it's gonna go lower. So and every single chart, you should understand one thing for a fact. There's a big person. I mean, there was somebody is big accumulating the position. He knows exactly how he's going to build. All right, you see right here, it says good short. Take a look. LNTH, okay, July 5th of last year, LNTH. Take a look. July of last year, we're going to see the perfect chart. LNTH, LNTH. We put this level as a good short. As you see, the stock never went there. So you know one thing for a fact, somebody was really accumulating a very large position. Take a look. See, only at that particular price we could have get short, and the price never went there. So you know one thing for a fact, you only short and at a good price. Right here, it says a candidate for that. You see, take a look. You know one thing for a fact, somebody is really trying to pull the stock out just for the stock to accumulate the position. SQNM. Let's see. It went to 80 cents. Somebody bought the stock. You see, that's a losing trade. Okay, another one right here. This is that already. Okay, right here. SYNC, take a look. A very significant level. Very significant level. Take a look. $3 a share. SYNC. It's also July of last year. SYNC. That's when I was on vacation and I was watching the stock. July of last year. Okay, take a look. Perfectly went down. Right here. 25%. See? 25% it went down. Perfectly. And if you take a look, every single stock that's big buyer or a big seller cannot do anything without showing their position in it. Anyway, today I wanted to tell you a little bit about how the big buyers and big sellers, they try to accumulate the position. They're not trying to manipulate in the price. They're just trying to get your position. So if you're going to think that how these guys are thinking, you're not going to have any issues. That's a very important thing. So your job is very simple. Very simple. It's try to understand what the big buyer or sellers are doing it. And good luck to you, and thank you very much.